The Black Friday sales are here, and we're going to talk about some of the good deals that are going on. In fact, we're going to talk about the really good deals going on because I have got myself a list of games all under $10, all on their best sales they've ever been. And we're going to start with number 1, Oxygen Not Included. This is a colony builder. You're stuck on an asteroid, RimWorld style, if you're familiar with RimWorld, and you build yourself a colony with your dupes here in Oxygen Not Included by Clay Entertainment. It is on sale, 70% off right now, the lowest it's ever been, as with all of these, for $7.49 right now. Gonna go kind of quick because we got a bunch of these to get through. So next up, we have The Bloodline. This is a sandbox adventure RPG. This sort of first-person fantasy, head into dungeons, run around the town, very open world action adventure thing that came out in 2023 by Shield Bearer Studios and 505 Pulse. This one is still in early access, still getting lots of development and updates, and it is at its lowest it's ever been at $9.99, 50% off right now. By the way, I should mention none of these are sponsored, of course. This is all just me finding some good deals. Next up, we got Forager. Forager was a big hit back in 2019 when it came out. You're a little dude running around an island, building up your base, and going out into the world and sort of expanding and finding new things to build your base even more. It calls it an idle game. Kind of, I suppose. It's by Hopfrog and published by Humble Games, and it is down at $6.99 right now, 65% off here on Steam. My Time at Portia is up next. This is the farming, crafting, living your life sim kind of game set here by Pathea Games. Came out in 2019. The idea is you're restoring your father's workshop, so there's a lot of like animal raising, crop growing, and automation sort of stuff going on here. Pathea Games and Focus Entertainment are publishing this one. This one came out here in 2019. It is at $5.99 at the moment and 80% off. Airborne Kingdom is up next. Build a city, but this time you build a city in the sky with this sort of like airship. Lots of balloons and things keeping this thing afloat that helps. It's a city builder. You build a city in the sky, and you float this thing around the land, sending out your squads to go out and grab resources and fight off things coming at you. Came out in 2022 by The Wandering Band, and it is sitting at $7.49 right now, 70% off. Wall World 2 is coming, or just came out, and Wall World 1 is on a very good sale. This is by Alawar. You've got this machine. You're sort of walking along the walls. During the day, you go into the wall and mine and grab resources. At night, the big bugs come because you're on some sort of alien planet. You got to fight those bugs off. And then next day, you go in, you start mining some more. And it is sitting at $1.39, 80% off right now. We have Sands of Salzaar. It came out in 2021. Still getting updates every once in a while. This is a Mountain Blade style of thing, but it's this sort of like a Chinese theme to it, though. You build yourself a squad of units, upgrade them, run across the map, very open world. You can even build your own towns or claim your own towns. And it is sitting at $5.99 right now, 60% off. Welcome Back Commander came out this year, back in February, and it is a real-time with pause tactical game. You go into the planets, or you go into certain missions. Zombies and terrible things are trying to kill you, so you've got kind of this time limit. You got to scrounge around as many resources as you can and get out before the terrible things come and chew your face off. This is by 16-Bit Knights, and it is sitting down at 36% off, puts it at $6.39. Shadow Gambit: The Cursed Crew came out 2 years ago, back in August. It is a sort of like Jagged Alliance, if you remember that game, where you're sort of running around stealth style, but with a pirate, like a Cthulhu or a Lovecraftian pirate theme to it. Non-linear stealth strategy game, they call it. And so each mission is you try to sneak around the guards in various, whatever way you want, I suppose, by Mimimi Games and published by Hooded Horse. It is sitting at 75% off right now, puts it at $9.99. Tavern Master is up next, all about managing your medieval tavern. Start with a small room, eventually build it up. As people come in, you can add in rooms and kitchens and all the good stuff by Untitled Studio. This one came out back in 2021, and it is sitting at 80% off, puts it at $2.99. We got Xenopurge. Xenopurge actually just came out, November 20th. It just came out. This is a tactical auto battler where you're like a commander sitting at a screen commanding your troops around in this, it reminds me of Aliens style. You got the monitors trying to keep an eye on your units. By Traptics, published by Fire Squid, and even though it just came out, it's still 30% off, and it puts it down at $8.74, puts it below my $10 mark. So I thought it needed mentioned. Next up, we got Heroes Hour, a turn-based strategy RPG with real-time combat, very similar to something like Heroes of Might and Magic, if you're familiar with that one. But you got an auto-battler fight screen where you're bouncing across the map, claiming towns, building heroes and armies by Thing on its own, and published by Goblins Publishing. This one came out here in 2022, and it is I've been playing it on my channel quite a bit. I like this one quite a bit. 60% off right now, down to $7.19 here on Steam. Speaking of Heroes of Might and Magic, Heroes of Might and Magic 3 HD Edition is on sale. Again, same idea. You've got yourself a hero. You run across the map. You grab some towns, grab resources, expand your armies, conquer the place. Multiplayer, of course, is an available thing that you can do. It is down at 75% off right now, $3.74. And even though this game came out forever ago, there is still, at the moment, 2,000 people playing this game. It's a popular one. Astroneer is up next. You got to go interact with some strange new worlds and build yourself a base, explore the planets, and get some automation going on there, automate your production lines, and explore and unravel the mysteries of the universe, alone or with friends. This is 70% off right now, puts it at $8.99. Came out back in 2016 by System Era Softworks. Legends of Amberland 2, The Song of Trees, is a classic Western RPG inspired by things like wizardry, might and magic, Bard's Tale, and it does that well. And you run around, you build yourself a party, you run around the world, go into dungeons, clearing things out, grabbing loot, and rinsing and repeating. By Silver Lemur Games, this one came out back in 2023, and it is sitting at $9.99 right now, which is 50% off. Speaking of Bard's Tale, the Bard's Tale Trilogy, which came out in 2018. The original Bard's Tale came out in 1985. I actually did a video talking about this, and I actually played this because of this deal right now. They remastered the game back in 2018, and it's a modern, system-friendly way of playing Bard's Tale. And it is down. This is Bard's Tale 1, 2, and 3 in this trilogy. Puts it at 80% off, down to $2.99 for one of the best RPGs ever made. Speaking of oldies, we got Roller Coaster Tycoon 2, which is a very old game, but there's a reason I'm mentioning this. So this is the Triple Thrill Pack, which has a bunch of stuff included into it. It is sitting at 75% off, $2.49. You build yourself a Roller Coaster Tycoon. It's a Tycoon game, build yourself a theme park. And the reason that I am highlighting this, it's cheap, but you need this you need to have the original game in order to play the open RCT 2 version. Download that, makes the game even better. And so I want to make sure and point that out for those of you that dabble with the open source stuff. And it's Thanksgiving, and family are over, so we need a good multiplayer game in here. So Worms WMD fits that bill. This is a battler, turn-based strategy, shoot each other, blast each other's worms. It's a lot of fun, especially with multiplayer. There is a campaign in the but this one is sitting at 85% off right now for $4.49. That's the last of my Steam ones, but I want to make sure and highlight Fanatical, because there are some really good deals. If you're looking for like cheap games, Fanatical is probably a good place to look. They have these flash deals that go every 24 hours. They're cycling through new games, but there's also a bunch that are just on sale for the week. And so I want to point out a couple of these just to make sure I mention this, because, for instance, XCOM 2 is over here on sale for $2.81, which actually makes it cheaper than it's ever been on Steam. It's cheaper by like 20 cents, but still, it's never been that cheap over on Steam. And if you buy stuff over here on Fanatical, you can still get a Steam key, so you can pop it in over on Steam. So you don't have to it's not like Epic where you have to be on your own site. It still works through Steam. It's just cheaper going through here. Next up, we've got Distant Worlds Universe, another one that is cheaper than it's ever been. And it's over here on Fanatical right now for the next 6 days. And the last one I have on the list is Frostpunk. Again, Frostpunk, one of the best society survival games ever built. You've got yourself a frozen wasteland, and your people have to survive. And it is down at $2.39, which makes it cheaper than it's ever been on Steam over here on Fanatical. But there you go. There is my list of 21 games that are all under $10 for this Black Friday sale. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time.